Hello friends, I am Chetan Dhajeya, Assistant Professor in Dairy Technology Department of SMC College of Dairy Science, Anand. I am content writer in paper 12 module 19, Packaging of Dairy Products. In this module, we will discuss the packaging of some of the dairy products such as butter, ghee, cheese and milk powder. In these products, butter and ghee are fat-rich dairy products which has different packaging requirement. Cheese is fermented dairy products. It is also a different packaging requirement, and milk powder is a dried product. So accordingly, we have to select the packaging material depending on the requirement of the product. So first of all, we will discuss the packaging of butter. Looking to the characteristics of butter, butter consists of 80% milk fat, 16% moisture and around 3% common salt. Because of high moisture content, butter is susceptible to mold growth and lipolytic rigidity. Flavor and color are easily absorbed by butter from its environment, which is another major problem with butter. And deterioration of the butter may take place due to acidity, that fat will get acid and that will give acid flavor in final product. And butter has tendency to lose moisture, which will give surface hardening. In the surface moisture will be evaporated and the surface of butter block will be hardened. Now from these characteristics of butter, we have to decide the requirement of packaging material for butter. So the packaging material should be non-toxic, harmless for the consumer's health. It should be grease proof, moisture proof. It shall have good barrier for oxygen. It should be low in metallic content because metal will oxidize the fat and will give oxidized flavor in final product. It should not transmit light because fat will get oxidized in the presence of light also. Now looking to the packaging material, for bulk packaging of butter, generally polyethylene bags and parchment paper along with corrugated boxes are used. The tin plate container are the best for product protection, but because of their high cost and very little quantity of butter is packed in the tin containers, tin plate is not generally used. Flexible packaging materials like vegetable parchment paper or grease proof paper or aluminum foil and paperboard cartons, which together give similar protection to the product, are more commonly used. As butter is highly susceptible to foreign odor, care must be taken while choosing adhesive and printing inks used in the manufacture of the laminates. Cartons protect butter while handling after packaging in primary wrapper in the distribution system. As butter is stored in the refrigerator, carton may be waxed with about 10 GSM wax on each side, though it is not mandatory. Paperboard can be extrusion coated with polypropylene. High impact polystyrene is also used in multilayer sheet extrusion with a variety of other polymers like polyethylene, polypropylene, polyethylene terephthalate, polyvinylidene dichloride and ethyl vinyl alcohol. Large packs of 10, 20 and 50 kg of butter are packed formally in wooden barrels or boxes or in parchment paper lined corrugated boxes. For better handling, easier storage and more efficient use of storage space and economy, fiberboard boxes are introduced which are lined with parchment paper. Latest packaging material that are being used are shallow 1 to 2 thick aluminum foil trays with heat sealable PVDC cellophane or other suitable barrier material. Aluminum and PVDC or the polystyrene cups can also be used for butter packing, and butter chiplets are packed in lacquered aluminum foil also. Now coming to the ghee. Ghee is almost 100% of fat with very little moisture, around 0.2 to 0.3%, obtained by boiling of butter at 110 to 115 degrees Celsius till all the water is evaporated with a grainy texture and characteristic flavor. The product needs to be protected from chemical spoilage and acidity caused by oxygen, light, heat, moisture and metal ions. Ghee generally has tendency to absorb flavor from the environment like butter, as it is also a fat rich product. Ghee is prone to oxidation as well as adulteration, as it is purely milk fat and which is very costly. So, other vegetable fats are also adulterated in ghee. So, we have to take care for this also while choosing the packaging material. The packaging material for ghee should have very good fat or grease resistance. It should have very good barrier properties against oxygen and moisture, and it shall be tamper proof so that ghee cannot be adulterated by any other kind of fat. Looking to the packaging material of ghee, a major portion of ghee is packed in lacquered tin plate container of capacities ranging from 200 ml to 15 liters or 15 kgs. Since the product is very sensitive to oxygen, the tin plate containers are filled up to the brim without any air gap, so that no oxygen remains in the head space. And ghee packed in tin plate containers is fairly stable and has a very good shelf life of about 1 year. Alternate packages which are plastic based are now gradually replacing tins for the shorter shelf life. 200 ml, 500 ml and 1 liter capacity pouches are made of polyethylene film or the multi-layer or co-extruded films of LDPE and HDPE are used, which are economical, and aluminum foil laminate standby pouches are also commonly used for packaging of ghee. For long term storage, stainless steel containers or tin plate cans are desirable, and ghee is also marketed in lined cartons with flexible laminated plastics as inner liner materials and in Tetra packs. Laminated pouches of metallized polyester based films are also used. Recently, it is packed in certain laminates and bag-in-box container, which comprises of a pre-sealed bag made of polyethylene and polyamide laminates fitted in a spout and cap housed in a corrugated fiber box or duplex board box. 7-layer nylon containing self-standing pouch with closure is also used. A laminate of SDP, LDP is also used for packaging of ghee. The next product is cheese. Cheese is a enzymatically coagulated and fermented dairy product which has pH around 5 to 5.5. Hence, it is very prone to mold growth because of low pH and high moisture content. Generally, the moisture content varies from 50 to 80% in cheese depending on the type of cheese. Cheese is enzymatically coagulated and fermented dairy product having pH between 5 to 5.5 and contains around 35 to 80% moisture depending on the type of cheese. Hence, it is prone to mold growth on the surface because of lower pH and higher moisture. Now, looking to the packaging material requirement, any material to be used for packaging of natural cheese must give general protection to cheese. It should prevent moisture loss, it should improve the appearance and protect against microorganisms and prevent oxygen transmission. Now, packaging material for cheese. Generally, the processed cheese are packed in aluminum foil in cubes with different shapes. Tin plate cans are also used for 200 gram and above quantity. PVDC coated plastic films are suitable for cheese packaging as they provide good oxygen and moisture barrier properties. Processed cheese is packaged in hot metallic containers and wax coated cellophane, aluminum foil, polypropylene, polyethylene, PVDC material is also used for packaging of processed cheese. Cream cheese is packed in foil lined cardboard boxes of heat stable plastic packs. Saran is used as wrapping material for some cheeses, and air evacuation and gas flushing is used for cottage cheese. Green cheese is packed by waxing and paraffining or alternatively vacuum packaged in polyethylene bags. Ripened cheese is packed in laminated cellophane film, and cheese consumer packs are generally consist of lacquered metal cans or laminates consisting of nylon or PVDC copolymer or polyester and PVDC copolymer or nylon and polyethylene copolymer. So, these are the different packaging material used for different types of cheeses. In India, generally processed cheese is marketed in the market. Now, next product is milk powder. The packaging material selected on the basis of the characteristics requirement of milk powder. So, looking to that, one of the important requirement is hygroscopicity, which is important in small pack size, where the ratio of pack surface area to product is very high. In tropical countries, because of high humidity, the hygroscopicity is an important factor. Cohesivity or the cohesion of the product is the serious problem, and particularly in high speed packing lines. Then oxygen sensitivity. Preheating releases the sulfhydryl group which protect against oxidation. However, still there are chances of oxidation, and therefore, for fat containing products the gas diffusion is important, then or either vacuum or nitrogen flushing is carried out. Then light sensitivity. Powder exposed to light for long period bleaches the surface and thereafter it accelerates fat oxidation. Then heat sensitivity, it affects flavor and solubility, and ideal storage conditions are 18 to 19 degrees Celsius temperature and dry atmosphere for milk powder. Bulk density is very important because packaging size is affected because of this, and the free flowing properties improve with increased bulk density. Then odor pickup, product containing fat is prone to pick up of odor from surrounding environment. High fat powders pick up odor from packaging materials, surrounding atmosphere, stores, water and houses. Then static electricity, this problem is very difficult to resolve. The plastic packaging materials are also important where antistatic agents are added such as glycol alkyl esters, etc. Now looking to these characteristics, the packaging material requirements for the milk powders are that they should have adequate mechanical strength to withstand damage during packaging, handling, transportation and storage is necessary. Resistance to climatic hazards, the material should be resistant to damage by exposure of high or low temperature and humid atmosphere. Then convenient closure, sealing is of supreme importance. Simple effective reclosure is also desirable. Bulk packages should be light in weight, easy to handle and easy to stack during transportation and storage. Empty packages should occupy minimum storage space before use. Very low water vapor and gas permeability. Dried milk absorbs moisture very easily and powder with more than 5% moisture gets deteriorated during storage. The stale and gluey flavors result from Maillard reaction. It results in losses of solubility, color change, lumping and free flowing properties are affected. For long storage, vacuum and nitrogen flushing is essential, especially in hot climate. An impervious container is needed which should also be odor proof. Then impermeability to light. To avoid surface bleaching and fat oxidation, the packaging material should be impermeable to light. Then inertness, durability, safety and utilizing minimum space are another requirements for the packaging material used for powder. Now the packaging materials generally used for packaging of milk powder are mainly one is glass in forms of bottles, barrels, jars, etc. Then metal cans or metal barrels or drums or bins are also used. Then wooden drums or bins or barrels are also used in some parts of the world. Then paper and paper derivatives are also applied. Metal foils, mainly aluminum foils. Then thermoplastic and their derivatives and like composite films such as copolymer film, coated film, co-extruded plastic film, laminates, etc. are used for packaging of powder. Then cartons lined with aluminum foil and polyethylene, bag-in-box which is coated with aluminum and PE bag or plastic coated paper inside cartons. Then modified atmosphere packaging is used for the packaging of powder where 80% of nitrogen and 20% of carbon dioxide is filled in the surrounding environment and oxygen content is reduced to less than 3%. For long storage, lacquer or print or pre-lacquer, aluminum foil or adhesive coated paper and polyethylene is used for packing of powder. For shorter keeping quality, aluminum foil may be omitted and paper thickness increased to 70 GSM and coated with PVDC of 30 GSM. For bulk packaging, sacks made of craft paper laminates or parchment or polyethylene or aluminum, cellophane, bitumen, wax or paraffin are used. Even cast films now are used recently. The most common types of packaging material for the different powders such as whole milk powder is laminates of paper, PE, aluminum foil, metallized BOPP, that is biaxially oriented polypropylene or polyethylene or polyethylene terephthalate. For skim milk powder, generally HDPE, that is high density polyethylene or low density polyethylene or laminates of HDPE, LDPE, LLDPE, nylon, saran, etc. are used. Polyethylene coating or wrinkling bag in box paper board or lined with paper or aluminum or metallized polyethylene can also be used. So, the powder packaging material in general can be the craft paper layers. For strength required is 3 to 6 for 25 kg weight. Outer craft paper bag strength of 70 GSM and second craft paper bag with paper alone or with polyethylene lined with 95 GSM. For whole milk powder, 4 to 6 ply craft paper and 3 mm of polyethylene is used. For skim milk powder, 2 to 4 ply craft paper with 2 mm of polyethylene is used. Separate polyethylene liner as inner bag of 0.04 mm for 25 kg and 0.05 mm for 50 kg is used. Polyethylene varies in thickness from 0.02 to 0.08 mm as inside layer depending on the size of the bag or package. So friends, in this module we have discussed the packaging requirements and packaging material used for different products such as butter, ghee, cheese and milk powder. Depending on their characteristics, different packaging materials are used. Thank you.